Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing today? Well, it is currently, let's see, 3:44 p.m. on this cold and bleak December day. It is Wednesday, December the 14th. And I am getting ready here in just a little bit to go to my hair appointment. Alex's hair appointment is at 4:30 and my hair appointment is at 5:15. So I am Ubering there to meet him. So I've got to order an Uber at 4:15. So I thought that I would come on here and vlog for like 15 minutes. And then I'm going to go upstairs and I'm going to just throw in some jeans and a t-shirt. Because I'll probably take a shower tonight after I get done with my hair appointment to just like wash all the hair off and stuff. So yeah, so I thought that I would vlog for like 15-20 minutes, and then that way when I come home I can vlog for like another 20 or 30 minutes, and then I can hopefully have a longer vlog tonight because I've had such short vlogs the last couple days, and it makes me kind of sad. So I want to have a longer vlog. So anyway, I haven't really done anything today whatsoever, except for we keep on getting packages of stuff that we ordered. Alex and I have like ordered all this stuff, and for presents for people. This is like the one thing about ordering things online, is that like all the packages come, and then if you don't like wrap them all right away, you have all the boxes, you know, just like sitting there. And so we have all these boxes in our living room. I gave Tanya Jean her hoodie last night, and she really, really liked that. And I also got her one of those Treat Beauty chapsticks, and she loved that. So she was real excited about that. And we went to our meeting, and we had a really good time, and it just was really fun. It was really nice. And there weren't tons of people at our meeting last night, but it was good to see the people that we did. And so yeah, it was nice. And we drove home, and then when I got home, I was tired, but I was like, I want to go to bed early. I wanted to get up early today because I was like, well, I'm going to get up early, and then I'm going to film this, and I'm going to film that, and I'm film this. And I actually went to bed rather early for me, and I didn't get up early. I kept on sleeping. Boobs and I, Boobs, that's what we call Boo Rally sometimes, Boobs. Boobs and I we decided to keep on sleeping in, and it was really nice to get a long sleep today. I felt like I kind of felt like I needed it. I don't know, like I feel caught up, I feel awake. I feel very rested today. So, yeah, I feel really, like, good. Physically, I feel good. So, last night when I came home, I sat down and I watched the final 2 episodes of White Lotus. I don't really want to talk a whole lot about it on here because I'm going to do a full spoiler review over on my review channel. But the ending kind of blew me away a little bit, honestly. I wasn't really, well, a lot happens in the last 2 episodes that you kind of aren't prepared for. Like you wouldn't see coming if you were watching like the other 5 episodes. There's only 7 was there 7 episodes or 8 episodes? There's 7 episodes, I think, in this season. I don't know how many episodes were in the first season. The first season and the second season were so drastically different. I mean, both of the seasons end, well, I feel like the first season, all across the board, ended kind of sad storylines. The second season, I feel like there's some kind of like hope or something, or kind of some resolution with some of the storylines. Some of them end just kind of like tragically sad. But I liked it. I really, really liked season 2. I thought season 1 and season 2, I thought season 2 was so good for different reasons. It definitely made me want to watch it more versus season 1. Both of them, it's okay. So Alex and I were talking about it, and like he's only watched season 1, but both seasons, I think, bring up important topics in a way that other television shows, other pop culture, we don't talk about these important topics in uncomfortable ways that make you uncomfortable to watch. and really, I think, like make you think about things. And that's kind of the trick, I think, of White Lotus, is it's these people that are getting away on vacation, and what you realize is you really can never get away from the real issues that are going on, so to speak. I don't know, I thought both seasons were really well done, but I thought season 2 was fantastically done. Season 1 was just kind of dark and depressing, honestly. So anyway, finished that last night, and then came upstairs, and I was actually, I'm like, you guys, I'm like 50 pages out from finishing this manga book, and I was like, because I read so much of it on the plane, that I was going to finish it last night, and then I was going to do a booktube video about it, and so anyway, hey, how are you? You got your hair cut? Looks nice. Is that your Christmas cut? Yeah. Aww. So I need to focus on the time here so I don't like go over and forget, because I can sometimes, you know, just keep on talking and talking and talking, and then it's gonna be like, oh, I forgot to order my Uber. But I was gonna finish this book. Well, Alex was getting ready to go to bed, and at that point it was like 1 or 1:30 in the morning. It was between 1 and 1:30, and so I was like getting ready to read my book, and he said, Alexa, he was like, good night, which like turns all the lights off, and I go, oh, I was gonna get ready to read my book. He was like, well, turn your light on if you want to read your book, and I was like, oh no, forget it, I'll just go to bed. So I went to bed, and I actually fell asleep rather quickly, but I woke up several times in the night with these really bizarre dreams. I woke up at like, I think it was like 2:30 in the morning, 4:30 in the morning, and then when Alex got up, and he got up at like 6:30 or 7 in the morning. And one of my dreams that I had was like, I was in this limo, but like in the limo, I was like, the limo driver, like, I had like died and was in the afterlife. And I was talking to this limo driver, and I was like, oh, so there is an afterlife? And he was like, yeah, like, did you ever question that? And I was like, no, like, I mean, I always kind of thought there was. And I was having this conversation with this limo driver, and then he like stopped somewhere for me to get like, I don't know, like candy or something. It was real bizarre. And but in my dream, like, I knew that I was like dead, and I had gone to the afterlife, and it just was a really bizarre dream. And then I don't remember my other dream, but I remember when I woke up from it, I was just kind of like really kind of like out of it. I was kind of like, oh, that was really a weird dream. They weren't necessarily like bad dreams, they just were like bizarre dreams. So my neighbor's just like standing across the street, and his dog's like sniffing all of these things. He's smelling the whole neighborhood. You're watching soccer on your phone? What is it?
2-0 France.
What?
2-0 France.
Okay. Everybody I know is watching the World Cup, except for me. I don't know anything about it. Alex's whole family is like so into it. That's like a cultural thing that like, I wasn't like raised and all that. Like, I think I played soccer, like, honest to God, like, I think I played soccer like maybe 1 or 2 seasons growing up, like when I was a kid. And but like Alex, like all of his like cousins' kids, like they all play soccer. Actually, Carlos and Liliana, their kids are the only ones that don't play soccer out of like all of the cousins, because like all of Alex's cousins are here. And like are like, their kids are like really good soccer players. Carlitos plays football, basketball, and baseball. Sebastian plays basketball and football. I don't think he plays baseball. Because we were asking Carlitos, because Carlitos is like naturally like really athletic. I used to like, you know, like when you go out to like dinner with like couples and they're like, oh, well, you know, like Donnie is so naturally athletic, you know, and they're like bragging about the kid, but like Carlitos really is like naturally super athletic, and he's like good at every sport that he plays. And it's like kind of to the point where like on the outside looking in, I know that like going forward, like he'll be able to pick which sport he wants to play. And so I was talking to him, I think it was at Thanksgiving, and I said, which sport are you going to want to play going forward? And I said, because he can't play all the sports, can he? Like, I mean, some of them overlap as far as seasons, and we were talking about that. And Carlos was like, I don't care, whatever he wants to play, he can play. And Carlitos said, well, I know that my dad loves baseball, because Carlos is like such a huge baseball player. So Alex's brother Carlos used to play for a farm team in Venezuela, and here he plays on 2 leagues. And one of the leagues that he plays on, like, they every year go to Puerto Rico and they play like in this big like international like championship and all that kind of stuff. Like, Carlos is like a really good baseball player. He coaches baseball and all this kind of stuff, like private coaching of baseball. And so Carlitos was so sweet because he was like, well, I know that my dad loves baseball. And he's like, but if I had to pick, I would pick football. And Carlos was like, well, you're going to pick what you want to play. Like, you know, it doesn't have anything to do with me. And it's funny because Carlitos is like so small, just like Carlos and Liliana. Like, he's real short. And, but like, he's really good at like all of these different sports and stuff. And then like Liliana on her Instagram, she always like puts up videos of the kids playing sports and stuff. And so, you know, Sebastian is, I think he's gonna be 5, and he's either gonna, is he gonna be 5 or is he gonna be 6? I think he's gonna be 5. And so it's always just always like little kids running around the basketball court, you know, and they're like throwing the basketball up and it never even reaches the net. It's so cute. It's so funny. But yeah. Why was I talking about that? Oh, with sports, with him talking about the soccer. So like all of the cousins, like all of Alex's cousins, like all their kids are in soccer and have played soccer ever since they were like 3 or 4 years old. But like even like Alex's brother Carlos, like he watches the soccer. Alex's mom watches the soccer. The soccer, you know, I mean, all of it. Alex's aunt, I mean, everybody is like really into, it's like, okay, so these 2 things, soccer and beauty pageants, like, and it's so funny to me because like I love beauty pageants. But like when we first started dating, like we all went over to his aunt and uncle's house to watch Miss Universe pageant. And like, it was a really big deal. Like, they took it really, really seriously. Like, I mean, just as seriously as my mom and I did, you know, when I was growing up as a kid. And, but it was like, you know, all these adults that were getting really, really serious about like beauty pageants and stuff like that. And, so I think it's, to some degree, it's like, you know, I think for them it's like Venezuelan pride or Latino pride and stuff, because they were so, I remember that year that we watched it, oh, it wouldn't have been the first year that we were dating together. The one that I remember from his aunt's house was the year that Mexico won. And I mean, everybody went crazy. They were so excited that Miss Mexico won. So yeah, Miss America is on this week. This is the week of the Miss America pageant, if you didn't know, which you don't know is a lot. Now you do. I think the finals are on Thursday night. So yeah, the sports, the soccer. What did I play growing up? Caroline played soccer growing up. Like, she played like several years. She also played softball. I played hockey like 1 season. Did I play baseball? God, I don't even remember now. I played soccer like 1 or 2 seasons. Mostly I played tennis, and I've talked about this a lot on here. Like, I went to tennis camps. I had private tennis coaches. I mean, I played as if I was training to be like professional. And I played tennis from as young as I can remember. I mean, I was in leagues like 4 nights a week that I would go to after school and private coaching and things like that, all the way through, well through like 9th grade when I quit, 9th or 10th grade when I quit. And then I was just like done with it. It was funny, a couple years ago, Alex and I, we went down to our tennis courts. We have really nice tennis courts in here. And we walked down there and played. And Alex played growing up too. He played tennis, like in Venezuela. And then when he came over here, he played as well. And it was so weird, like picking up a racket. Like I had my racket from like all the way back then. Like I still have it. And so it was the same racket that I used. And we just got like some tennis balls from like Target or something, and we went down to the tennis courts. It was a real nice day. It was like late fall. I remember it was like September or October. It was before that they closed the courts. So whenever that was. And it was like, I feel like it was like right before they were going to close the courts. Was it? I don't remember, but anyway. And because it was a nice day that day, and Alex and I were like, oh, we should go play tennis. We were going to do that all summer, and we never did it. And so we walked down there, and it was like, you know, it's like when they say, like, you just get back right on the bike again kind of thing. It was like really weird. It was like no time had gone by whatsoever from the last time that I had played tennis. It was bizarre, you know. I had fun. I remember playing it that day, and I said, oh, we should do this more often. But like I didn't miss it like as much. Maybe I did, I don't know, but like I had such a drive to play tennis when I was growing up. Like I loved tennis. Like I was like a oh, what did they call it? So we used to have the clay courts here in Indianapolis. Now I think it's called RCA Tennis Championships, but back in the day they used to have the clay courts, and the clay courts were like a big deal. And I was what do you call it when, why can't I remember it now? But we had to like play in a tournament to like get chosen for this. Why can't I even think of what it's called now? You know, the kids that run across the courts and they grab the balls and they go from one side to the other side and all that kind of stuff. But anyway, I don't know why I can't remember what that's called, but I was one of those one year, and I remember we would walk around and we would get like, I still have it. I still have the racket with the cover on it and everything, because we got these clay court racket covers, and then we had like everybody sign it and stuff like that. And I remember it's this is so interesting, I don't know why I always remember this, but Renee Richards, which was the first trans one of the first trans professional athletes, but she was the first trans tennis player. My mom, like, I didn't know who she was at the time. And my mom said, you need to go get her autograph. You need to go up and ask her to get her autograph. And I was like, why? I don't know who that is. And my mom was like, it's important to get her autograph. And I remember that. And I remember going up and asking her for her autograph and all that kind of stuff. But anyway, I think back about all of that tennis stuff, you know, it's like I spent so much time playing tennis and doing all of that. I mean, so much time for it just now to be like not even a part of my life. Isn't that so weird? You know? Anyway, well, it looks like I need to... Okay, I'm gonna speak for one more minute. I guess it doesn't really matter. I was trying to make it to 20 minutes because then that way I would know that I had vlogged for 20 minutes, and then when I come home, you know. But anyway, I'm gonna start getting ready, which means put on jeans and a t-shirt. I was thinking about it. I was like, I can't wear a hoodie because if I wear a hoodie, then she can't, like, you know, trim my neck and stuff. So I have to wear a t-shirt, and I'm gonna wear a coat, and then order my Uber and get Boo Radley ready and settled in his house. He's already eaten his breakfast today like a good boy. And, yeah, and then I'm going to come back and I am going to finish a vlog. I filmed 2 videos yesterday, 2 drama videos, but I didn't post the second one. So I just posted it today. So even though I didn't get tons done today, I do actually have a drama video posted already, and then I'll have my vlog posted later today. So, all right, I'm gonna go get ready, and then I will be back in a little while. 2 and 2. Bye. Home sweet home. So, it's been a while since I was last vlogging on the vlog of love. It is currently, let's see what time it is, 8:27 p.m. and we just got home about 15 minutes ago and took an Uber to go get my haircut. Alex was getting his haircut. He was finishing up his haircut as I arrived, and then I got my haircut, and we both got our nose hairs waxed as well, which was extremely painful. And then afterwards, we went to go pick up my medicine, and then we were both hungry, so I was like, do you want to go somewhere to eat? And Alex was like, do you want to pick it up and take it home, or do you want to go there and eat? And I said, whatever you want to do. And so he's like, let's just go there and eat. And I was like, okay, let's just go there and eat. So we went to Puccini's, and we got spinach artichoke dip to start, and then Alex got a large cheese pizza, and I got, it's called the Diavolo, it's like one of their specials, and I got it medium. They have it mild, medium, or extra spicy, I think. I got it medium spicy, and it comes with linguine, and I ate like a third of it, and I brought the rest of it home, and it came with like cheesy bread, and then I got a salad, and I got a salad with 2 ranch dressings. Their salads there are so good. They have like the little tomatoes, but then they have them like sliced up, and they come with black olives. I don't know why I'm not like a big black olive fan, but like I really like black olives in their salads, and their salad bowls are like, they're like deep, and I really, really like their salads. So their salads are so good. And so got that, and then somebody like behind me was drinking lemonade, and then another person was drinking lemonade, and I was hearing lemonade, 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 lemonade. And so I said to the waiter, I said, I keep on hearing these people, you have lemonade? And he was like, yeah. And so he brought me a lemonade, and then I got a lemonade to go. So I'm drinking lemonade. And when we came out of the hair appointment, it had started raining, and since then it's been like pouring down rain. So very rainy evening. I have on my coat and put on my Ugg boots when we got home so that I could come outside. And it was so funny because when we were driving to the restaurant, Alex was like, do you still have to vlog when you get home? And I said, yeah, I vlogged for about 20 minutes. But I want to vlog a little bit longer when I get home. And he said, and he never asks me this, and he said, well, what are you vlogging about? And I said, I don't know, like whatever. I mean, what did I vlog about earlier? And he was like, yeah. And I said, well, just kind of like what I had done during the day, which was nothing, and going to get my hair cut and things like that. And he was like, oh. And you know, sometimes when I vlog, like he'll be sitting upstairs, and so it's like right on top of like where I'm vlogging. And if you're sitting out here, like the person upstairs can hear you, like if you're talking on the phone or whatever. If the fan's not on, if the fan's on, you can't really hear anything in there. But when he's sitting up there and he's just like working on his computer, or he's just like laying in bed, you know, playing on his phone, like his game, Township or whatever, I'm sure he can hear me out here vlogging. And I said, can you hear me vlogging, like when I'm downstairs? I mean, I don't care, you know, but whatever. I mean, he could watch the vlog back and see what it had to say. And he was like, sometimes I can. It was funny because when we did the Q&A, one of the questions was, does Alex watch your videos? Which he doesn't. Like, nobody in my life watches my videos. Well, that's not true. Valerie does. Valerie watches every single one of my vlogs. So thank you, Valerie. I appreciate that. But Tanya doesn't watch my videos, and Caroline watches my reviews sometimes. Her son David watches my reviews sometimes. I think a lot of times he watches my reviews when I do like food stuff. And, but other than that, like really nobody watches my videos, which I don't really care about, you know, it doesn't like, it's whatever. Well, recently it was funny because Melissa started watching some of my vlogs. my dad and my stepmom have like turned on my vlogs and like watched them every once in a while. And so he's like, oh, I really like you just like sitting there talking and whatever. So I don't know. So I think every once in a while, like Melissa puts them on while she's doing other stuff in the background or whatever, and that's kind of what other people say to me. I think Caroline did that with a vlogger too. But no, most people that in my life don't watch my videos, you know, which I don't care. But it was funny because in the Q&A, somebody asked, does Alex watch your videos? And he said, no, not unless I'm in the video. And then typically, I just like watch the video back to read the comments. So he'll sit there, and while he's like watching it, he'll like just read the comments about what people are saying about him, which is typically like, oh, we love Alex. Alex is so funny. We want Alex in more videos, right? So it's total like, you know, feeding his ego. So thank you for that. But he said something in there later in the video, or maybe it was around that time, about something that I say in my videos. I can't remember what he said, like hurrying through the intro or something like that. And somebody said, they left a comment and they said, Alex just told on himself because he said he doesn't watch your videos, but he wouldn't know that if he didn't watch your videos. Well, here's the thing. Alex is so kind that, like on a Saturday or a Sunday or whatever, you know, or if he gets home early from work, there's only one place for me to film inside, you know, and that's in our living room, and our bedroom is right upstairs. So, you know, I'll be like, babe, do you care if I film some videos? And he's like, no, not at all. Well, unless he's watching a TV show, like on his computer with his headphones on, he's just laying in bed watching a movie. And so he can like hear everything that I'm saying. And sometimes like when I'm done with the video, like he'll comment on like what I've been talking about, or he'll say, there was a video that I did not too long ago. I can't remember what it was, but it was me talking about, I think it was a video that I did about Nikita Dragon, and I was talking about the history of like, you know, coming out and being gay in this country, and, you know, paying, you know, homage to like the people that came before us and stuff like that, and, you know, the people that are in danger still in this country and things like that. And he was like really upset, like when I got done filming the video, like emotionally, like moved by it. And I think it's interesting, like a lot of people commented about that on the video that Alex and I did together, that like he got really vulnerable and was really emotional. And you know, before we went to marriage counseling the first time, like Alex wasn't super emotional. Like he just didn't, like he didn't show his emotions a lot. But that's not the case anymore. Like Alex like openly cries about stuff and is pretty vulnerable and emotional, which I think has just brought us closer together. I think in fact sometimes he probably gets more emotional about things than I, just depending on what the situation is or what the thing is. You know, he gets more emotional about it than I do. But sometimes, like if I'm doing like a funny video or whatever, he'll like say something like whatever, like that I'm talking about, he'll like make a comment about it like afterwards or whatever. Like I said something the other day, and I said something, I go, bye. And so when I like was done filming, he goes, bye. And I go, you said it too soon. Like I don't know that I can clip that part out of it. And he goes, well, I thought you liked when I like talked in your videos. And I go, I do, like if I call up there and I say, hey, do you have anything to say about it or something like that? But like not just to have like a random bye at the end of the video, which would actually be kind of funny, and I wouldn't edit that out because I think it would be so hilarious. But I mean, I've never claimed to be this great editor of the world. In fact, in the video that I did, I think today, because I had filmed 2 videos yesterday, I said I edited, and I said by editing, I mean I changed my shirt. I mean, I've never claimed to be this great editor, you know, and it's so funny because, you know, through the years, people that have like tried to be like really critical of me or whatever have been like, why don't you try editing your videos? Or, you know, like you come so hard for these people, but like, you know, like they spend hours editing their videos, but you don't edit your videos. I never, when I got on YouTube, I never planned on editing my videos like extensively. I never claimed to want to be that. I never said that that's what I was going to be. And in fact, you know, I came from the old school days of watching like, I love Glozell Green videos back in the day when she would just sit there in front of her computer screen and she would read, like, Kesha lyrics. And I just thought it was so genius, you know? And I'm under the belief, like, I truly, truly do believe this, that if you're funny enough, or if you have something to say, or if you're a good storyteller, or if you have a message that you need to spread, you don't need all this fancy jump cut editing. I actually think sometimes it distracts from the videos. And I'm not just saying that because I don't do it. I'm saying it because sometimes I'll watch people's videos and... Hold on a second. I'm buttoning my... I have this one little pocket up here that I don't know what it exists for. You ever wonder why they put pockets in certain places on coats? There's this, like, pocket up here. I don't know why you would put anything in there, but anyway. Because it's warm, so I could put my hand in there, but I don't know what it's for. So, to hold on to my upper chest or something, I don't know. But anyway, it would be awkward if I did it this way. So, just do it that way, not that way. But anyway, you know, I'll be watching people's videos. I can't remember whose video I was watching the other day. And they'll be, like, highly emotional videos. Like, where people are being really vulnerable, and I appreciate that. Like, I really appreciate that in videos. But there will be, like, a lot of jump cuts, and I'm like, I don't, like, what's the necessity for all of these jump cuts during this? Just, like, sit down and film it. Like, just talk to the people and let them hear what you have to say. Like, I don't think there's any necessity for that. Oh, I know what Alex said in my video. It was when I was looking through the questions, and he said, you ought to come up with theme music or something for while, like, you're making people wait during your videos, because, like, when I'm looking for a receipt or through the questions or whatever. And I said, yeah, that would be a good idea or something. And so that was, like, what people caught, like, that he knew that, like, that's kind of something that I like doing my videos, where it's like there's long pauses and whatever. But yeah, I don't understand that, like, when I watch, like, these emotionally driven videos. I think it's that people get really nervous just to be authentically themselves on camera. And so, I don't know. I think the videos that I've watched that are... I can feel a sneeze coming. Thank you for those of you that said bless you. I appreciate it. But, when I watch the videos that are, like, highly emotional or where people are really vulnerable in them, like, thank you again, I really appreciate it when people just sit down and they just talk, you know, and they don't feel the need to make it, like, a great video, you know. I mean, it's kind of like this channel. Like, I know that the people that like to watch this channel don't watch it because of the great lighting or the great editing or the fact that I get distracted or I go from one topic to the... I mean, I know that, you know? And I love doing this channel because I can just talk and talk and talk about whatever I want to talk about, you know? And there's no pressure. And so, yeah, like, I think... I don't know. I can't remember who I was watching. Somebody said this saying to me, sneezes come in threeses. And that, like, they said that to me in, like, elementary school. And ever since then, like, I've never gotten it out of my head, and so I always think that there's, like, a third sneeze coming. I was watching this video, I can't remember what it was. It was, like, a really emotional video, though. Like, I watched, it was from somebody that I don't even know who this person is. And I watched it because it was like, I really honestly don't even remember what it was. But, like, literally, like, every minute there was, like an edit in it. And I just didn't understand. I don't know. That would be my thing, my recommendation to people. Like, if you're going to do videos and just, like, talk about your life, just talk about your life. Like, there's no reason to, like, edit parts of that, you know? I think there's that human connection that you get with people and just talking and that, I mean, when we're having normal, natural conversations with people in the real world, I mean, we're not editing and jump cutting, you know? I mean, maybe we are editing a little bit, I don't know, but like we're not, you know what I'm saying. So anyway, enough about that. I have to go to bed very early tonight because I have a doctor's appointment at 8:45 in the morning. I'm going to see my spine specialist. Did I tell you guys that I got an appointment with him? Yeah, so I got an appointment with him about my kind of like lingering back pain. His assistant must have gotten the, his nurse assistant must have gotten my past x-rays and stuff, because she was going to call me if she didn't and say that I needed to go and get, she was like, if you haven't had that or an MRI, we're going to need to go get those. And I was like, well, I'm almost positive that I've had all of that because I have had pretty much like everything, you know, MRIs, CAT scans, all of that done. And she was like, okay, well, I'll check. And she never got back to me. So I'm assuming that, I will, like, we'll just see what happens when I go in there tomorrow. But, I thought Alex was going to have to leave, like, before my appointment, and so, or after my appointment, I didn't know what time he was going to leave. So I was planning on taking an Uber, but Alex, tonight at dinner, he was like, no, babe, I'll just take you to the appointment. And so he has to actually be at work like at like 8:30, so he's gonna take me to my appointment is like close to his work, so he's gonna take me to the appointment, and then I'm gonna Uber home. If I'm hungry in the morning, I may Uber somewhere and have brunch tomorrow, but I don't know. I may just Uber home and then go back to sleep for a few hours before I get up and film some videos. But yeah, I have that appointment tomorrow morning, and then Caroline and I are hanging out on Friday. I need to do a little bit of Christmas shopping with Caroline for Alex. She was like, you don't really have a lot of errands to do you? And I was like, no. And then tonight I was thinking, I was like, oh, there's a couple things that I still want to get him. The emotional gift that I got him actually came in, well, part of it, I like ordered 2 things from this place. One of them came in the mail today. The smaller, like the just add-on thing at the very end came in the mail today. I'm hoping that the larger one comes before Christmas, but I'm gonna go get him like another thing or 2 on Friday. And then I think that's about it. His other stuff is already here, so I've got that for Christmas. And then Alex was just telling me that we usually split our families, and like he like buys everything for his family and I buy everything for my family, and that's kind of like how we split it up. And so he was telling me, he was like, I got everything done for my family. It's like all ordered and most of it's here already. And I said, oh, okay. So I actually got on Amazon Prime tonight. The only person I have to buy for is Caroline. And I told Alex that I want him to take me shopping this weekend. And he was like, well, what do you want to get for her? And so I have a couple things that I want to get for Caroline. So I'm going to go look on Saturday or Sunday at some places. And yeah, so, and that's it. Tonight I got her son David something. I bought everything on Amazon Prime, and it's all going to be here in time for Christmas except for this one thing. And then I realized, and it's for her son, her stepson and his wife. I bought them each a gift, and then I bought them like a joint gift together, and it's the joint gift. And it said, and I didn't even like look because it was like the same thing, but there were 2 different versions of it. And so I went back and ordered the first version of it when the second version said it would be here by the 17th. And I didn't even look at the date on the first one, and it said the 23rd through the 28th. And so it said this one might not be here in time for Christmas. I was like, God damn it. So I don't know, it may not be here in time for Christmas. Fingers crossed, I hope it will be. I may go in when I get done vlogging, and I may cancel that order and go back and order the other one that will be here by the 17th. Because then I know that at least I'll have that for them, and it'll be here. Should I stop it? Sorry.
No. Just taking the trash out.
Oh. You already took the trash out.
Well, the bag.
Are you still talking on the phone?
Yeah.
To who?
Megan.
What's in that little bag?
It was trash.
Oh.
Okay, sorry.
He took the trash out, so he's taking out a little bag to put in there. You better run.
Well, I can't wait to see it.
Anyway.
YOLO.
Oh, he must have put on my honey lotion. I have some honey lotion upstairs, and I can smell it. He must have just put that on, because I can smell it. Anyway, he was just asking me, we were talking at dinner, he was like, what are you going to watch tonight? I was like, I don't know. Like, I finished White Lotus last night, White Lotus 2, so I don't really have anything else to watch except for, I kind of want to watch Cabinet of Curiosities, and I also wanted to watch The Midnight Club. Those are really the only two shows of 2022 that I still want to watch. But, and also A Storm for Christmas that comes out this Friday night on Netflix, so I'm going to watch that. But other than that, like, I don't really have any shows that I want to watch. Everybody in the world tells me to watch Yellowstone. I thought about starting Yellowstone, but I don't really... I know. As soon as I say this, everybody's gonna come for me. Like, I just don't really have a huge desire to watch Yellowstone. It's like Tanya's. It's like Tanya's, like, Tanya hates when people call her Tanya. It's like Tanya's, like, favorite show. She loves Yellowstone so much. So I might start Yellowstone. What else do I have? Oh, I was talking to Caroline about Virgin River, and she's like, oh my god, she's like, that's like my comfort show. And I said, you've watched it? And she's like, oh yeah, I've watched every season. So I might continue to watch Virgin River. Everybody that I know is watching or has watched Firefly Lane, and they love it. So I guess that's a couple shows that I have. Firefly Lane, I could binge watch. I could also watch Cabinet of Curiosities, The Midnight Club. The Midnight Club, I think, is only like 8 episodes. So I should probably watch that first. And then, I don't know what else to watch. I have The Real Housewives of Miami. I'm not really in the mood to, like, watch that right now. I don't know why. Oh, this is the other thing. It's like, a lot of the shows that are out, like, I don't really have, like, a huge desire to watch them. I'm super, super excited. RuPaul's Drag Race starts, I think it's January 3rd or January 6th. I'm really, really excited about it. Sasha Colby is on there. And Sasha Colby is, so... my two favorite queens of life, Erica Andrews, who passed away. That was the drag mother of Roxy Andrews. She passed away, I think, in like 2012. She was, I think, a Miss Gay US of A or Miss Gay America. She was also a National Entertainer of the Year. She was also a Miss Continental. Loved her so much. Loved her. And next to her, my second favorite queen is Sasha Colby. And Sasha Colby was Miss Continental, I think like 2012, 2014, something like that. And actually, when I was in LA and I was in West Hollywood, I met up with some people and we were sitting there, and Sasha Colby, like, with these two guys, like, walked. I think she works there at, like, Mickey's Wheat. I know she does because I follow her on Instagram and everywhere else. She, like, walked right by me. You want to talk about, like, celebrity moments? And I know, like, people, like, are like, is he even talking about? But, like, I had followed her for years because of winning Miss I mean, I think by now people on here know I love drag pageants and all this kind of stuff, okay? If you've never seen Sasha Colby's talent and Miss Continental, look it up, okay? Look it up on YouTube. Sasha Colby, Miss Continental talent. It's unbelievable, okay? And it's like very like high-tech dance. It's very cool. And so anyway, but I had followed her for years because she works at all these clubs in West Hollywood, and so I would like watch all her performances. I was like obsessed. I love her. I think she's gorgeous and beautiful and just very cool. And so anyway, she's the mother of Carrie Colby that was on RuPaul's Drag Race, and she's like good friends with like Mimi Marks and Candace Kane and all these people that were also like Miss Continentals. So anyway, we were in West Hollywood, and I was at one of those Lisa Vanderpump places, Sir or whatever it's called, and I was sitting there, And we were outside, like on the patio, and she like walked right by us, like in front, and I go, oh my God, that's Sasha Colby. And she like turned and smiled at me, and I was like, oh my God, I'm like dying, you know? I mean, she works like every night. If you went there, you could go see her, but like, I was like just in complete awe because I'm like such a huge fan of hers. So that was really, really cool. Yeah, and I'm very, very excited. She's going to be on RuPaul's Drag Race, but and I'm also cool. I'm really happy that they're having more like trans representation on RuPaul's Drag Race. It's time. I mean, it's been needed for a long time. Sonique, you know, won, which I think was important, and so many of the queens have come out as trans, you know, in the last few years, and I just think that, you know, trans performers have always been a part of like drag shows as ever since I've been going out. Like, you know, one of my very best friends that I met way back in the day when I first started going to shows that I traveled all over with, and I mean, she was one of my very dearest best friends. She lives, I think, in Nashville now. She, I mean, like, she was like one of the first performers I was ever introduced to, and she was trans. And most of the performers that I met when I first came out were trans. So I never understood on RuPaul's Drag Race why it was like they wouldn't have trans performers on there. So I'm so happy that like they have started that and they're doing that now. But anyway, so I'm excited about that. That's starting in January. And then La Brea and Daily Alaska come back sometime, January, February, something like that. But yeah, like, I don't have really a bunch of new shows to watch. Alex and I were talking about The Idol that's starting on HBO Max in 2023. That's got Dan Levy in it. It's supposed to be really good. It's about Hollywood. Alex had like showed me the show like 2 or 3 months ago, and he totally forgot about it because I was like telling him about it tonight. And he was like, "What are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking." I was like, "The Idol. You told me about it." And it's with Dan Levy and a bunch of other people that are like, it's supposed to be fantastic. But as far as like new Netflix shows and stuff, I feel like I've seen everything this year. Like, that's part of it. I mean, I haven't. There's a lot that I haven't seen. Like, I named a few shows that I haven't seen, but I feel there's nothing that I feel like I really wanted to see 1899, and then when I got done with that, I really wanted to watch White Lotus. There's always been, like, the next show that I really wanted to watch, and that hasn't happened, you know? Like, there hasn't been, like, the next show that I, like, felt like I had to watch, you know what I mean? So, I don't know, we'll see. Why can't this be snow? Why is it rain instead? I said to Alex, I said, all I want for Christmas is a white Christmas. And he goes, well, then just wear white. I go, shut up. He started laughing. I go, I want snow for Christmas. You know I always want this. He goes, I know, babe. He goes, but I said, well, if it snows on like the 22nd and it's cold outside and then the snow stays on the ground, you know, then we'll still have a white Christmas. If not, though, we'll have this, which is a very wet, damp, dreary Christmas. That, to me, is almost... I'd rather have cold and dry than wet, damp, kind of cold. You know what I mean? Like, that's not fun for Christmas. It just isn't. Soggy grass, and who wants all that? Not me. That's not weather for Santa to travel in. Thank you very much. So... yeah, I think I might watch... There's a couple Christmas movies I might watch. I started that Noel Diary, and then the Hallmark Christmas movie that has like the gay guys in it that everybody's talking about. I also never watched Single All the Way from last year. I might watch that. And I really, really liked the movie version. That I didn't like it as well as the book. The book was really good. Shoot, what is it called? John Green wrote one of the stories. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? John Green Christmas book. Okay. Let It Snow, 3 holiday romances, John Green, Lauren Miracle, and Maureen Johnson. And it was an anthology, but like, it was 3 different stories that all took place in the same town, and it was like during a winter storm. And so Netflix turned it into a movie. I think it was last year that they did it. And the movie was it was kind of a lot different than actually the book. And that's why I liked the book a lot better. But it was still fantastically done. And I really, really liked it. And so I was like, you know what? I might watch that again. And then I was looking like on all of my stuff, and it's like all of these movies that I want to see. Like The Grinch is like on HBO Max that you can watch, like the cartoon version. It stopped. I was looking on here at like all of the different. Oh, last night I started watching Fat Albert's Halloween. It's a perfect version of it you can find on YouTube. Can I just tell you what I was looking for? If you guys have watched Euphoria, you'll know what I'm talking about. But that scene when Cassie is dressed up like Oklahoma in the bathroom. I love that scene so much. And she goes into the bathroom and she's like, and so she walks in there and the other girl that wrote the play, she's like, why are you dressed up like Oklahoma? Or something like that. And then Maddie comes in there with the other girl, and she said, why are you auditioning for Oklahoma? And she goes, why would I be auditioning for Oklahoma? And she goes, because you're dressed, she goes, because you are dressed up like, you look like a country music singer or something like that. And she goes, do I look like a country music singer? She goes, but you better be lying, or something like that. It is like the funniest scene ever on that show. I mean, it's really kind of tragically sad if you watch the show, but Euphoria is like one of the best shows ever. Not a show that I watched. I don't think I watched it in 2022. Maybe I finished it in 2022. I don't remember. My list that I keep are shows that I started watching before, like, they're like shows that I started watching. I don't even know when. Starts with Bridgerton. So whenever I started watching Bridgerton is when I decided I was going to start keeping the list. I've updated my list. I've watched 71. Oh, I didn't put White Lotus on here. Hold on a second. White Lotus 2. 72 shows I have watched this year. And I feel like I've maybe left like 1 or 2 of them off. Oh, Euphoria is on here. Number 8. Euphoria. People always ask me if I've seen Severance on Apple TV. Yeah, I love Severance on Apple TV. Okay, so I was looking at the Christmas movies on HBO. I still need to watch A Christmas Story Christmas. And then How the Grinch Stole Christmas is on here. Oh, I guess it is the Jim Carrey version. Is it? Yeah, and then Jack Frost, Arthur's Christmas, Polar Express, Snow Day, Elf, Prancer. Oh, I love that movie, Prancer, so much. The Original Christmas Story. You can watch all of these on here. Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. We were watching that the other day. The original. They have the original and the remake with Johnny Depp. We were watching that, like, where were we watching that? It was just on TV the other day. Happy Feet. I love that movie, Happy Feet. I think it's such a sweet movie. Do you know it's another Christmas movie that I love? It's not like the sweetest Christmas movie in the world, but it's just such a great Christmas movie. Is Bad Santa. Have you guys ever seen that? I love that movie. So, lots of movies to watch, and then Disney has a lot of the Christmas movies that I want to see. What is this? Popular movies on HBO Max. Christmas Story Christmas, Amsterdam, Banshees of, I can't pronounce that, Elf, Polar Express, The Grinch, Star is Born. That movie is so depressing. 4 Christmases, Harry Potter Film Collection, A Christmas Mystery. What's that? A group of intrepid kids sets out to solve the case of a town's stolen Christmas treasure in this engaging holiday family caper full of spunk and spirit. All right, hey, that sounds cute. Christmas Story 2, which is not part of the reel. Don't Worry, Darling. Okay, Tanya told me I need to watch that. She said it was pretty good. Jack Frost. Oh, Barbarian. That's the one that everybody's talking about. A woman agrees to split her Airbnb rental for a night with a mysterious male guest, setting off a nightmarish twist of events. Have you guys heard of that movie? It looks pretty good. I guess I need to put some of these in my list. Love Lizzo. Lizzo has a movie? A revealing glimpse into the life of multi-platinum Grammy and Emmy-winning artist Lizzo, filmed during the recording of her latest album special. Oh, that would be really interesting to watch too. I love her so much. Moonfall. What's that? Did we watch that? I feel like we watched that movie. The Princess, about Princess Diana. Santa Camp. What's that? That looks cute. Heartwarming and provocative documentary shines a light on the New England Santa Society and their efforts to bring more diversity to one of the most beloved figures in history, Santa Claus. Oh, I love that. See How They Run. A Million Ways to Die in the West. Neighbors. The Purge. Anarchy. Gone Girl. Why is Gone Girl on popular movies list, I wonder? Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, the original. Journey 2. Tammy. I love that movie, Tammy. I love her so much. In anything that she is in, I love. What is her name? Melissa McCarthy. I love her so much. She's so funny. Dune. Never watched it. Felt like I should have. Godzilla. What's the other one? Draft Day. Godzilla. We're the Millers. I think I started like watching that We're the Millers and the Lego movie. There's a bunch of popular movies on HBO Max. I'm telling you right now, like if you're looking for a new streaming service, HBO Max is kind of where it's at. Like there's a lot of really great shows on HBO Max. Sadly, Legendary, which is one of my favorite shows, got canceled on there, so I won't be watching that anymore. But yeah, HBO Max has a lot of really great shows. I'll tell you, like of all of my streaming services, where I waste my most money, just in case you wanted to know. You're like, yes, Peter, please tell us. So Disney Plus, I hardly ever watch. It's a waste of money. Prime Video, I almost like never watch. Netflix, I watch a lot. Hulu, I watch a lot. And then HBO Max, I watch a lot. Tubi is free. Discovery Plus, I never watch. Peacock, and we watch. Peacock and Paramount, we watch like stuff for TV. Shudder, the only thing I ever watch on Shudder is Dragula, the Boulet Brothers. And WoW Presents, which is a RuPaul's Drag Race app, I watch a lot of shows on there. So that I think is pretty beneficial too. But a lot of the other ones, you know, I feel like now, like Alex and I are talking about this, it's like we have cable and we have like so many channels on cable. It's ridiculous, you guys, first of all, okay? We have really bad internet service, so our internet is super slow. There isn't really great internet access around here. Like everybody says, I was gonna like look into it because when I went to Caroline's house, like if it takes me like an hour and a half to 2 hours to upload a vlog, like at Caroline's house it took 3 minutes. I'm not even like joking, you guys. Like it was ridiculous. And Caroline has some kind of internet at her house that we don't have here, because she's like, oh, you don't have that in your area, because she knows this stuff because, you know, being a realtor. And I was like, oh, okay. So because I was going to change our internet access so that I had really speedy internet, and because it would just make my life so much easier, you know, that way. And especially like when everything you do in your job is like on the internet, it would be kind of nice to have nice fast internet, you know. And our internet goes out all the time. Like I was sitting here watching White Lotus last night, and I was like 10 minutes from the end, I mean the very end of the finale, and our internet goes out. And it doesn't happen that often, but it happens often enough, you know. And I said to Alex, I go, I took out my AirPods and I shouted up and I go, our internet just went out. And he goes, well, just link it up to your phone. And I was like finding a hotspot, you know, on your phone. But I'm like, okay, we pay way too much money for this internet and having cable. And then we pay for, I don't know, 10 different streaming services. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous so that we can have access to every TV show that's ever come out on TV. There was some new app that they were talking about, like some new... Okay, my beard is like going up into my nose where I have literally no hairs because I just had my nose waxed. And it's like tickling my nose and it's driving me crazy. So I've got to trim like my beard like around here. Because when I trim my beard with my electric razor, it never gets like this part right here. Like I have to go in and cut that with like scissors, which is so crazy. But anyway, because you think you can just, because the rest of it I just go zoom, 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 zoom. You think it would be so easy, right? But it's like right here and never, like it won't get that part right there and I have to go in and scissors. So anyway, some new app, I saw some ad for some new app and it's like all these TV shows and stuff on it. And I was like, no, we're not buying any more. We're not getting any more of these damn apps. I'm not doing it anymore. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous, you know? So anyway, well listen you guys, I finally made it to an hour and I'm very proud of myself. So I'm gonna get off here now and I'm actually starting to get hungry a little bit from my leftovers that I brought home. Surprise! And I'm gonna go plug in the Christmas tree upstairs and turn it on. I actually thought like I should decorate and put up the Christmas tree downstairs tonight and then I could just like do my video showing it tomorrow because then it would be up and I wouldn't have to put it up tomorrow because we need to put the Christmas tree up. It's like, I mean, we're a week away from Christmas now, right? So anyway, I might put the Christmas tree up tonight or I might read and finish my book because I've just got like a few pages left of that to finish. So anyway, one of those things, or watch a Christmas movie. So anyway, I'm gonna get off here now and yeah, thanks for hanging out with me. It's been fun, kind of split this up tonight and today and tonight. I hope that you guys are having a magically amazing Wednesday. And if nobody else has told you this today, I love you. And remember these three very important things. 1, you can start your day over whenever you want. 2, practice random acts of kindness, but shh, don't tell anyone. And 3, most importantly, make sure that you reach out to somebody and let them know how much they mean to you. Be putting a smile on their face and be cheering somebody up that needs to feel a little bit better about their lives today. And I love you guys so much, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Love you. Oh, and for those that need to hear it, and those that want to hear it, and those that just happen to stick around, one more, I love you. I love you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Love you. Happy birthday, Lena.